Good afternoon to my faculty supervisor, Puan Suhaila binti Sahad. My name is Youn, and today I will present about the industry training 16 weeks in TBT Judera Branding Company in Batu Pahat. Chapter 1, Introduction. The objective of industry training is to develop skill in the applications of theory to practical work situation, and to develop skill and techniques directly applicable to their career, and expose students to the real world environment and experience, gain knowledge in the writing, report, and technical work or project. TBT Judera Branding is a consulting civil and structural engineering firm established in Batu Pahat, Johor in October 1978. This company is led by a principal, senior engineers, and senior staff. And the first engineer is Mr. Tae Pak Wang, graduate from the University of Malaya in 1971 with a second upper honor degree, and is involved in civil and structural engineering works for the 40 years. And the second engineer is Mr. Tae Pang, graduate from the University of Plymouth in the United States with a member of the Institution of Engineers in Registered Professional Engineer, Board of Engineers, Malaysia for the last 30 years. And the third engineer in the company is Mr. Tae Lee, and he is our industrial supervisor. He graduated from Kansas State University in America with a member of Institution of Engineering and Registered Professional Engineer, Board of Engineers in Malaysia for the last 20 years. And next, the policy of the company is try to offer a complement and service-oriented professional service to our clients. Company's clients which have housing and factories. The clients of housing have cooperations with this company such as KIS Holding, BCB Berhad, and Syntex. The factories of clients also have cooperations with this company, for example, Ramantex Textile Industrial. And next, this is a table to show out the organization structure of this company, and which have principal, senior engineer, senior civil engineering department, assistant engineer, administrative department, architecture department, manager, designer, structure department, chief development, assistant to engineer, assistant chief, and technical assistant, chief crew and senior crew, and the senior staff. This company is placed at AA Jalan Bintang 1, Taman Koperasi Bahagia, Batu Pahat, Johor, with a 3-story at the second floor. And this both of picture is taken from the Google Map. Chapter 2, Scope of Industrial Training. The scope of training in this company is carry out structural design work using the Instinct, AutoCAD, BrainSCAD software, and the designing layout plans and structural plans for the projects such as infrastructure, housing building, road block, bridge, and others. Chapter 3, Industrial Content. There are many tasks was given by the company which has different work or drawing some plan. Normally, training had already trained, learned, and complete some technical skill during this industrial training in the office. This is a table to show the tasks for the training in the company, and they can conclude into branding paperwork and site construction. And this all the activity is progress from September to December. And this is a table to list out the planning paperwork and the construction. And the first is training have to check and adjust the beam, slab, column detail of the building plan, and the training have to adjust them into the uniform site. And next is training have to fold the plan into the A4 size and combine them into the book. And training have to learn to use Intern, AutoCAD, BraceCAD software. And three of them, the software is one to draw the architecture plan and draw some key plan detail. And training also have calculations for total pipe length used in the project. And normally the pipe is PVC pipe and mainstay pipe. Besides, training also have scan design plan into the office server system, and sometimes they also want the trainee to print out the design plan for the submission. And this all the printing paperwork is progressed in company's office. And next is site construction. The trainee have to learn to analyze the plan with the pipe and water supply, and the trainee have to check the actual progress we follow the plan. If they are renew the progress, the trainee have to record the new informations of the project into the plan. And trainee have to also measure the beam choice case of rainbow deck in Johor Bahru site test. And because the engineer wants to draw the building detail into the AutoCAD software, so the trainee have to measure out the beam, column, and slab detail. And this is a progress of a task in the company. And the first is the senior engineer or staff was given the work to the trainee, and the trainee continues progress the task. And after complete the task, the trainee have to submit to the senior engineer or staff for the correction. If there are no corrections, the senior staff will given the task to the engineer, and the engineer and administrator will prepare the report and working paper and submit to the clients with the technical report. And every project have to be drawn into the plan using the CAD software before the program start. And the drafting plan become an important part for a project because the plan can be checked by the senior engineer or senior staff to make sure there are not any mistake before the program start. If the plan have no any mistake is found, they will approve the plan and progress the submission test. And there are many plans in the company. For example, planning lemau silan, plan kerja tanah, plan jalan, perpatian, dan SWA drawing plan. And this is about the information of Intern software. Intern software product have been in the market since 1994 years. Intern information is a leading building intelligence modeling software has involved in the research, development, and marketing of a architecture and structural software product for a building and structural industry. And this software can be create and edit a model, perform analysis, design, product calculations, and drawing through a graphic-driven interface within the Microsoft Windows platform. And now this is Intern software, and this is a key plan of the ground floor, and this is key plan of the first floor. And this plan is also given by senior engineer. This building had only one floor and one basement design. The purpose of the basement design is put the wire inside the building, and this design is more safe place of the building. However, the most difficult of this design is the basement because the slab is always appear the error when design the building. So it's very challenge for the trainee to set the slab inside the basement. So you can see this is a different height. This is a different height of the beam and this place is put the wire of the TMV, and this is about the temple at the ground. And the senior engineers give us the task and to draw out the key plan. And this is the ground floor, first floor, and the roof floor. And this is a 3D view. And this part is very hard to draw out because they are not the support. So the trainee have to try to key in the key plan until the calculation is success. And this is about the calculations of the existing software. And when the training have success and the software will give out the response like this. And this task is also progressed during industry training. This task is given by the senior engineer, and the bin, column, slab had to select the most suitable smaller size and the thickest to support the building. And this is very challenging to the trainee because the trainee have to correct the element building because the whole structural building can be affected by an element such as slab, column, or bin, and the trainee have to change it until the whole building the calculations is correct. And this is AutoCAD software 2019, and like others CAD program, AutoCAD is also work on the database of geometric system include point, line, arc, and so on. The user work on the applications through the command, and the or drawing is done from the inbuilt command line. AutoCAD is issued free of cost to students, educators, and institutions. And AutoCAD software is very user-friendly program to the user. And the plan was drawn by the AutoCAD software usually had front, side, and sections elevations to lay out the following with the dimensions in the plan. The senior staff also had to check after the plan was drawn by the trainee to make sure the plan was drawn correctly before printing it out and prove the plan by the engineer. And below the two pictures is an example of the plan which is drawn by the trainee. And this is about the inspection. And the trainee have to go the site with a one floor of house in the residential Banda Putra Indah Tonga Pacha. On the way, the senior staff, Mr. Ismail, also teach the trainee to analyze the pipe water supply in the region where is included in this project. And the trainee have to know the water supply progress in a project. We follow the rule of SIJ. And Mr. Ismail also teach the trainee to analyze the symbol of a water supply, for example, hydrate, S-band, N-cap, and so on. So this is a conclusion. In the conclusion, students already have given a lot of new experience of practical training and add some knowledge. So the students realize that they are still have a lot of things to learn and earn an experience which cannot learn in the classroom. So I hopefully the program will continue to the junior in the next year because these have many good experience for the student and let them have a prepare to face their career in the future. And that's all. Thank you my faculty supervisor to take time to listen my presentation.